Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the next lesson of Standard 10 2.5. It is named as Let's March. So, Let's March means let us march, means let us make a progress to make our country developed, to have more progress. This lesson is a speech delivered by Kailash Satyarthi, who was born in the year 1954. He is an Indian children's rights and education advocate and an activist against child labor. So in this lesson we are going to see let's march means let us. It means we all. March means continue to do something, that is make progress. So the writer of the lesson, Kailash Satyarthi, is an Indian children's rights and education advocate. It means he concentrated, he focused on educating the children, and he is an activist against child labor. He was against the child labor. He founded the Bachpan Bachao Andolan in the year 1980 and has acted to protect the rights of more than 83,000 children across 144 countries. Means he worked all over the world and saved the slavery of children more than 83,000 across 144 countries. He is honored with many awards, including Nobel Peace Prize of 2014. He had addressed this speech on the eve of Nobel Prize distribution ceremony. So because of his hard work, he received many awards, among them Nobel Peace Prize also. He received that Nobel Peace Prize in the year 2014. It means just before 6 years. He had addressed this speech on the eve, on the occasion of Nobel Prize distribution ceremony. When this Nobel Prize distribution ceremony was going on, at that time he was requested to deliver a speech. And the following is a speech delivered on that day. This lesson, first part, we are going to start now. My dear children of the world. So see, how does he begin his speech? In a very formal way. My dear children of the world, Your Majesties, Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, distinguished members of the Norwegian Nobel Committee, dear brother Tom Harkin, brothers and sisters, and my dear daughter Malala. So here he addressed Malala as his daughter, brother Tom Harkin, from this podium. Podium means a small platform on which a person may stand to be seen by an audience as when making a speech. So he said, from this podium of peace and humanity, I am deeply honored to recite a mantra from the ancient texts of wisdom, that is Vedas. So he said that from this point of view, from this podium of peace and humanity, so he wants to say that he is going to do a great work of humanity. I deeply honored to recite a mantra from the ancient means very old text of wisdom, Vedas. We know that Vedas, in Indian literature, Vedas has a great importance, as there were 4 Vedas, Yajurved, Rigved, Samved, like, etc. This mantra carries a prayer, an aspiration. The meaning of aspiration is given here. It is an ardent wish or desire. It means it is a strong wish and a resolve that has the potential. Potential means the capacity, the capability to liberate humanity from all man-made crises. Liberate means to make free from all man-made crises. Crisis means a time of intense difficulty or danger. From all man-made crisis. Crisis means a time of intense difficulty or danger. So he said that this mantra carries a prayer, that is a strong desire and a resolve, that a solution that has the capability to liberate, to free humanity from all man-made crises. Later on he says, let's walk together. It means we all should work together in the pursuit of global progress. So he wants to say that we all have to try to make progress. Not a single person should be left out or left behind in any corner of the world. So writer says that no one should be left out or left behind in any corner of the world, from east to west, from south to north. It means the writer wants to take all the youth, all the members of the world from each direction, from east to west, from south to north. He thinks that everybody should be with him. Let's speak together. Let our minds come together. The writer says that all of us should come and gather at one place, and not only the physically but mentally we should come together, learning from the experiences of our ancestors. Our ancestors, our great grandparents have worked hard, and we will learn something from the experiences of our great grandparents and our ancestors. Let us together create knowledge for all that benefits all. And he says that we will create knowledge for all the people. So such a knowledge that will benefit all. I bow to my late parents. Writer says, I bow. I stand in front of my late parents and I bow them. To my motherland, India, and to the Mother Earth. So writer says, I bow to my motherland, India, and to the Mother Earth. With a warm ears, I recall, means I remember, how thousands of times I have been liberated. I have been liberated so many times. I have freed a child from slavery. So writer says, I recall, I remember so many times, frequently, hundreds of times, I liberated the child from the slavery. In the first smile of freedom on their beautiful faces, I see the God smiling. So writer says, whenever I freed a child from his slavery, I noticed when the child had a smiling face. At the same moment, I noticed that I saw the God's smiling face. I give the biggest credit of this honor to my movement's Kalu Kumar. So writer here doesn't want to take the credit to himself and says that I would like to give the credit to of this honor to my movement's Kalu Kumar, Dhumdas and Adarsh Kishore from India and Iqbal Mosi from Pakistan, who made the supreme sacrifice for protecting the freedom and dignity of children. Dignity means self-respect. So writer says that there are so many people in my movement who participated, who supported me. Among them, writer has mentioned some names like Kalu Kumar, Dhumdas, Adarsh Kishore from India and Iqbal Masih from Pakistan. They made the supreme sacrifice for protecting the child, freedom and self-respect of children. I humbly accept. So writer says, I humbly means politely, modestly accept this award on behalf of all such martyrs. Martyr means a person who is killed for his beliefs. So writer said that I accept this reward on behalf of all such martyrs who are killed for their beliefs. My fellow activists, the people who participated in my movement across the world, and my countrymen. And again he says that my countrymen, the people from my own country, also participated in my movement. And the purpose, the intention, the objective of the movement was to free the children from the slavery, from child labor. My journey from the great land of Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak and Mahatma Gandhi. So do you remember from which country are these people? The people who mentioned here are Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak and father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi. All these three people are from India to Norway. Is a connect between the two centers of global peace and brotherhood, ancient and modern. So writer said that I think that I am very lucky because I am from the country of Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak and Mahatma Gandhi. India to Norway is a connect between the two centers of global peace and brotherhood, that is, from ancient to modern. In the next paragraph, the writer says, friends, the Nobel Committee has generously invited me to present a lecture. The Nobel Committee generously means in a very obvious way, invited the writer to present a lecture. Respectfully, I am unable to do that. So writer says, I am unable to do that because I am representing here the sound of silence. The sound of silence, the meaning is given here. That is, unheard plea of the deprived. Unheard, which is not heard, which we do not get normally. Plea means a request of deprived. Deprived means who don't have the rights. So writer says, I am representing here the sound of silence. I am speaking for those who have not made any kind of written application, request, the people who are deprived of, who are not having the rights of, the cry of innocence, the children who had not made any crime, and they are crying, it is their sorrow and the face of invisibility. See the meaning of invisibility, that is invisible, unable to be seen. Face of invisibility means unnoticed suffering of the poor, so here writer said, the cry of innocence and the faces of invisibility. I represent millions of those children who are left behind. So writer says, I am representing millions of children who are left behind, whom I could not save, and that's why I have kept an empty chair here as a reminder. And in this function, the writer has kept one of the empty chair on the stage and said that this chair has been kept as a reminder. It is to remind me that there are so many children all over the world whom I could not save, whose slavery I alone could not save them from the slavery. So he made an appeal to the audience that I need so many supporters, participants, activists from audience. And for the same purpose, he had kept an empty chair as a reminder. I have come here only to share the voices and dreams of our children, because they are all our children. A writer said, my purpose, my intention, my objective to attend this function is not to receive the Nobel Prize, but to share the voices and dreams of our children. After all, these children are also ours. gestures to everyone in the audience and says, I have looked into their frightened and exhausted eyes. So he said that I have looked into the eyes of those children who are working, who are suffering from child labor. I have held their injured bodies and felt their broken spirits. So writer says, I have the experience, I have noticed, I came to know how much do the children suffer when they are forced to work, because their age is to learn, to be educated. But due to various reasons, the children are forced to work somewhere. So writer says, it is my duty, it is my responsibility, it is my work to save them from the slavery or child labor. 20 years ago, in the foothills of the Himalayas, writer is going to say one of the experience which he had before 20 years. He said, in the foothills of Himalayas, I met a small, skinny child laborer. So writer met a very small young boy who was a skinny child laborer. He asked me, is the world so poor that it cannot give me a toy and a book instead of forcing me to take a gun or a tool? So writer is telling his own experience. Before 20 years it happened at the foot of Himalayas. That small boy asked him a question, asked the writer a question, said that, is the world so poor that it cannot give me a book or a toy? But the world is forcing me to take a gun or a tool in my hand. So when the child asked such a question to the writer became very sad, because the small child was directly appealing to the writer and saying that, is the world so poor that it is forcing me to take a gun or a tool in my hand? The child wants to say that he also wants to learn, he also wants to attend the school, he also wants to make a progress. The child wants to tell that he is also a human being. I met with a Sudanese child soldier. He was kidnapped by an extremist militia. Militia means a military force that is raised from the civil population to regular army in an emergency. So writer met one of the Sudanese child soldier. He was kidnapped by an extremist militia. As his first training lesson, he was forced to kill his friends and family. So that small child was forced as a first lesson to kill his friends and family members. That child asked the writer by saying, what is my fault? What is my mistake? Why should I kill my friends? that is this the part of my training, that I have to kill my friends and family members. So he asks, what is my fault? So writer says, friends, all the great religions teach us to care for our children. So writer says, friends, all the great religions, that in our country there are many religions, and all the religions teach us to care for our children. Jesus said, that is Jesus Christ said, let the children come to me. Do not hinder them. Do not obstruct them. Do not stop them. For the kingdom of God belongs to them. The Holy Quran says, kill not your children because of poverty. The writer had given the examples of these two religions, that the Holy Bible says, do not hinder, do not stop the children from coming towards me. The writer had given another one example by saying, the Holy Quran says, kill not your children because of poverty. That if you are poor, if you are having poverty, do not kill them. Let them come to me. So the actual statement mentioned in the Holy Quran, kill not your children because of poverty. Friends, there is no greater violence than to deny the dreams of our children. Therefore, I refuse to accept that all the temples and mosques and churches and prayer houses have no place for the dreams of our children. So writer said that there is no greater violence than to deny. Deny means to refuse, to reject the dreams of our children. So according to the writer, it is a greater violence to deny the dreams of our children. Therefore, that's why the writer says, I refuse, I reject to accept that all the temples and mosques and churches and prayer houses have no place for the dreams of our children. That all the temples, churches, mosques, these are not the places. These are not the places for the dreams of our children. I refuse to accept that the world is so poor. The writer is not ready to accept that the world is so poor. The world is very poor. When just 1 week of global military expenditure, that whatever amount we spent for global military expenditure can bring all the children to classroom. So writer says that world is not that much poor, that whatever amount we spend for military expenditure, if we save that amount, we can bring all the children to classrooms. It means we can bring all those children to schools, and they will also learn like our own children, and their future will be brighter. Therefore, the writer says that I am not ready to accept that the world is so poor if we save that amount, whatever we spend for military expenditure, that can bring the children to classrooms. I refuse to accept that all the laws and constitution, police, and judges are unable to protect our children. And again in the next line the writer says, I refuse, I deny, I reject to accept that all the laws and constitutions, police and judges are unable to protect our children. It means they are able to protect our children. I refuse to accept that the shackles, see the meaning of shackles is given here, chains that bind. I refuse to accept that the shackles of slavery can ever be stronger than the quest for freedom. If we try to educate our children, I refuse to accept here that the shackles, that the chain to bind of slavery can ever be stronger than the quest for freedom. It means we are not making our great efforts to save the children from the slavery. My only aim in life is that every child is free to be a child. So writer says, my aim, my purpose, my intention, my objective in my life to make the child free to grow and develop. That every child must be free to grow, to make progress and develop. Free to eat, sleep and see daylight. Free to laugh and cry. Free to play and learn. Free to go to school and above all, free to dream. So writer says that every child must be free to do the above mentioned activities like grow and develop, eat, sleep, see daylight, to dream, laugh and cry. Even the writer says that every child must be free to play and learn, must be able to go to school, and above all, free to dream. Every child has a right to dream. I have the privilege of working with many courageous people who have the same aim. So writer says, I have the privilege that I have worked with so many people who have the same aim, that is to free the children from slavery, from child labor. We have never given up against any threat or attack, and we never will. So writer said in this paragraph that he had worked with so many people who had that much courage, and he said that we had never given up. We have never stopped making our efforts, and we will never. We have made progress in the last couple of decades. In the last couple of decades, decade means a group of 10 years. It means writer said that we had made progress in the last 20 years. It means 2 decades. We have reduced the number of out of school children by half. Reduced means minimized. The number of out of school children by half. 50% children have brought to school. We have reduced the number of child laborers by a third. So we have saved 1/3 child laborers. We have reduced child mortality and malnutrition, and we have prevented millions of child deaths. So Malnutrition means lack of proper malnutrition caused by not having enough to eat. So writer said that we have saved so many children, but let us make no mistake, great challenges still remains. So writer said that still great challenges are remaining. Friends, the biggest challenge or biggest crisis knocking on the doors of humankind, that is fear and intolerance. Intolerance means tolerate, means injure, stand. So writer says that the biggest challenge or biggest crisis knocking on the doors of humankind is fear and intolerance. We have utterly failed our children. In imparting an education. Write the meaning of impart. It means make information known. So writer said we have utterly failed, means we are not successful. We have utterly failed our children in imparting an education. An education that gives the meaning and objective of life. That we are failed in providing our children the education that gives the meaning and objective of life. An education that gives a sense of global citizenship among the youth. That we have to provide such education to the children, such education that gives a sense of global citizenship among the youth. That every young person should think that I am also the citizen of this world and I must work for others. I am afraid that the day is not very far away when the cumulative result of this failure will culminate in an unprecedented violence, and that will be suicidal for humankind. Note down the meaning of unprecedented. It means never done or known before. So writer said, I am afraid, I have the fear that the day is not very far away from us, that we are very close when the cumulative all collectively result of this failure will culminate, will reach at the top in an unprecedented violence, and that will be suicidal for humankind. So that will be the suicide for all human beings. Rights, security, hope can only be restored through education. Our rights, our security, our hope, anticipation can only be restored through education. So writer says only the education which restores rights, security, hope. Young people like Malala. I have started calling her my daughter, Malala, not just Malala. So writer says that I started calling Malala as my daughter, not only Malala. So my daughter Malala and other daughters, including Kainat, in fact, 2 Kainats and Shajia, and the daughters from Africa and from all over the world. They are rising up and choosing peace over violence, tolerance over extremism, and courage over fear. So writer said that I have daughters from India, from other countries like Malala, Kainat, Shazia. These are my daughters. They are working hard. They are rising up and choosing peace over violence, tolerance over extremism, tolerance, capacity to bear, stand, endure, and courage over fear. They have that much courage, that much daring, that they can overcome fear. The solutions are emerging. So all of us are trying and we are getting the solutions. But these solutions cannot be found in the deliberations, in conferences alone. See the meaning of deliberations, long and careful. Conferences, alone and cannot be found in prescriptions from a distance. So writer says that we cannot find these only from prescriptions. They lie in small groups and local organizations and individuals. So according to the writer, everybody should try individually who are confronting. Confronting means face and attack with the problem every day. The writer says that we should face and attack the problems every day, even if they remain unacknowledged. Even if they remain unacknowledged, unrecognized, and unknown to the world, the solution are with them. So according to the writer, though the people who would like to work, they are unknown to the world, but the solution is with them. So writer says that everybody must cooperate, support to make the children free. Thank you.